Hello everybody, welcome back to the Jade Empire walkthrough. We are hanging out in the Imperial Arena. I believe I'm gonna do a couple of fights. I think that's what I end up doing first.
You go away.
Again, I think I would have rather met up with the princess and got a hold of the.
Do not bother.
Oh no, I'm not going to remember the name of the actual gem. It increases the amount of cash that you get from human enemies, though. So I wish I would have done that first.
Do not worry too much about us, though. There are many fights between you and the Sung brothers, but we shall humor your questions. You'll only deal with the lower ranks at this point. Bother us about fighters when you advance to a respectable level. Oh yes, we shall see you around. Of that you can be sure.
Alright, so the Sung brothers there are definitely, they're contestants, or I don't know what you would actually call them. They're members of the Imperial Arena.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next
and we'll fight them quite a bit later.
What do you need?
They're quite a ways in.
You didn't want to hear my quick lesson.
Alright, so it looks like the first fight is an ogre. Ogre's not too difficult. Nothing that we haven't already knocked down before.
And organized. Any other way, and things get more convoluted than
and truth be told, I think the first few fights are really easy. There's only one in my memory that was difficult, and it actually wasn't even a fight. It was more like a dodging, kind of almost like an obstacle course type of deal, kinda. Not really. I don't know. Maybe that's not a very accurate description.
If you don't keep your defense up.
Well, whatever. We'll
Are you ready to get started?
You'll see it when we get there, I suppose.
Excellent. Follow me, and we'll get you.
But yeah, we'll take down the ogre here. Like I said, it's not too difficult. I feel like all the actual fights are not difficult at all. I shouldn't say that. The final fight is a little rough. Depending on if you have a decent support style, I guess, or not. But yeah, everything else, I don't know, in here is seemingly pretty easy. I will say one thing. So the gem that increases the gold that you get from enemies. Now that I think about it, I don't know that I really tried that out much. To see if it's potentially like the gem of the Frail Scholar, where it doesn't actually do anything. So actually kind of wish now that I'm thinking back on it, I wish I would have actually tested it out. Put it on. Got into a fight, see what I got, reset, do the fight all over. But I didn't do that. So who knows? For all I know, maybe it doesn't do anything. But yeah, not too much else to say here. I think on the Imperial Arena. I think you can only go so far though before Kui makes you take a break. I think. You can do your first few fights, and then once you talk to the princess, that's when you can continue on.
That was an impressive
But now, obviously, with
us against something easier.
Stopping in here first, we're only going to be able to go so far.
You've caught the eyes of the other fighters as well. Go ask them if you don't believe me.
That really was a fantastic bout.
Beating the ogre's nothing special. I could have done better bound and blinded.
Sometimes you don't even need to ask. One fight does not make a champion, though. There are many more opponents ahead of you. Let's move on, shall we? Since you held your own against the ogre brute last time, I'm going to try something exciting for the crowd. I've got 4 boys from some school west of the city who've been bothering me for some tougher matches. I'm giving you all of them at once. It'll wow the crowd and teach them a lesson at the same time. Remember to watch your sides and back. Are you ready to get started?
All right, and actually here you could technically speak with the other contestants. Maybe that's right. Maybe that's a better description for the other characters here in the arena. So yeah, you can speak with them, and I don't know if I don't think I did actually. I think I just skipped right by it because I don't think I made any cuts here. No, actually, it doesn't look like it. So for whatever reason, I didn't feel the need to stop and chat with the people after my what was it? What would that would have been the first victory. So
Four
you know,
students
if you want to,
test
go ahead.
their skills against one master.
4 students test their skills against one master. All right, let's do it. Oh, and apparently I needed to level up my character here. That looks like what Gao was using, and I always forget if that's it's the white demon or whatever. Is that the name of that one? White demon? Quincy Ocha? Oh, sorry, that's White Devil. For any of you Ace Ventura fans out there, used to love that movie when I was a kid. Hilarious. Not everyone's cup of tea, though. So yeah, I made pretty quick work of the 4 students there. No, nothing we haven't already seen. And again, now that may very well be one of those fights, and I wasn't actually paying attention if we were getting any silver or not from those enemies. So maybe all my worry about getting, and I want to say it's called like the Lucky Gem, or I don't know. I thought it was Lucky something. Anyways, you know, maybe I'm worried all about nothing, and you don't actually get any silver from the enemies here in the arena. I guess maybe I'll try to pay a little more attention here in the upcoming fights.
People like you, and now I'm going to make sure they pay attention.
All right, people like you now. And I like Raging. Is it Raging Dragon? Is that the name I picked? Cause it sounds a lot like Angry yeah, it's Angry Dragon, right? That's the.
Are you ready to get started?
Yeah. Maybe we'll just leave that be.
Excellent. Follow me, and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Anywho, let's get going on our next fight. All right, Kui the promoter sees great potential in you, but then again, he says that about everyone. Wow. There goes my confidence boost.
Unyielding stone meets the press of time.
All right, unyielding stone meets blibbity blabbity blue. Dragon statue, easy, real easy. Just beat it down. I activated G strikes. I don't know if that does any more damage or not. And I don't know if maybe a weapon style would have been better. Oh gosh, one thing that I forgot to mention, I should have earlier. Save after all your battles. There is a reward for getting all the way or doing all the fights without losing. So you're definitely gonna want to do that, and it is pretty substantial. So it's a technique, and again, no, I love techniques, and I feel like that one's. I mean, that's one of the. I shouldn't say better ones in the game because there's some pretty overpowered ones, but. Anyways, I do feel like that's one that you're really going to want to get. So, again, make sure that you're saving after each one of these fights. Not too many of them are actually difficult, but again, there is one coming up, and I don't know where it sits, you know, among the fights, but, you know, again, I feel like saving after every fight is an absolute must.
Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me, and we'll get you ready for your next match.
A chance to leave the qualifying division as Raging Dragon faces Hapless Hand.
Raging Dragon faces Hapless Hand. I don't know why I didn't level up. See, I'm still need to do that. Hapless Hand's pretty easy. There's nothing really fancy about him. You beat him down. Poor guy. All that guy does is he takes a beating, and he's got such a good attitude about it. I like how some of the fighters are curious as to whether maybe he's like diabolical about it, and he's like just waiting to make his move, or if he legitimately does take a beating to take a beating. But you know, he's got such a like cheerful outlook on it. Yeah, you know, it kind of does feel like, yeah, he probably just maybe he really does like fighting and all that, but it kind of does feel like he's just taking a beating. But who knows? Maybe someday he'll strike back and make it all the way to the top, right?
You dealt with Han
Anyways.
very well. I knew you would. All of our professional fighters move past him eventually.
All right, we'll have a bunch of dialogue to go over in the next video, or at the start of the next video. So I'm gonna leave it to that, and I'm gonna cut it here. So like, comment, subscribe. If you guys want to do, hope you guys are helpful. Hope you're enjoying them, and hope you join me for more. All right, thanks for watching.
He is watching your progress very closely. He is most interested to see how you fare in the bronze division. Kui, you may breathe again. That is all I had to say.
Well, that was good, I think. He has a distinct interest in the proceedings here. He is an ex-champion, you see. He retired some time ago, even before Raging Ox, who was the champion before the Ravager. Kylon couldn't leave the arena alone, though. He has become a very important man here with the help of a group called the Guild. Lucky Cho is a thug, pure and simple, but he's very good at what he does. He's also a member of the Guild and reports directly to Kylon. Kylon oversees things here in the arena, and the Guild ensures that the authorities leave us in peace. The Guild is the organization that controls all of the betting in this place. That gives them considerable sway. It is good that they are happy with your progress. Between us, the Guild is also involved in more illicit activities. They are very sensitive about remaining an open secret. Many know about them, but few acknowledge that fact. Right now is a particularly dangerous time, as one of the leaders of the Guild has recently been inhumed. Kylon sees this as an opportunity. Do not discuss them openly. The Guild has many ears. You may ask some of the others in the arena about them if you wish, but I would not bring it up to just anyone. A wise decision. Very wise. For the sake of your career, I suggest that you limit any questions you have to your fellow fighters.
Well done! That fight was much better than this wine. With all the pure water pouring from the palace, you'd think they might have learned how to make wine that didn't taste like goat piss.
Black Whirlwind, that is you. Are you back to...
No, just here visiting, and making sure nothing happens to your newest fighter.
So you won't be...
No, leave it alone, Kui. You know better than to bring this up. Just mind your business, promoter, and I'll mind mine.
You travel in curious company. Regardless, when you're ready, come talk to me again and we'll discuss your next match. I know him, yes, but I know better than to contravigate his wishes. If you want to talk about it, ask him. I'm staying out of it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must prepare for your entry into the bronze division. It will take me a bit of time before you'll be ready for your next fight. You should talk to the other fighters here. They've been watching you and are getting nervous. Of course, I'll need more time than that for these preparations. just a matter of preparing the proper documents. Why don't you kill the time by making your way out into the city? See the sights. Maybe visit the Golden Way or the Scholar's Garden. Actually, that reminds me. A woman was here watching your fight against Hapless Han, dressed all in black and veiled. She seemed impressed with your preference. Just before she left, she told me to tell my new fighter that she was still waiting to see you. She said you'd know where. Sounds like quite the invitation.